Hi everyone, just thought I'd do a little behind the scenes with some of the audio production stuff that we do. So it's podcast production day today, and this is a conversation between Abby and Jerry for an upcoming podcast episode, Passepartout, People and Places. If you haven't listened, it's worth a listen. It's a great podcast. Abby and Jerry were in the same room together, and as you can hear, we've got a few things to deal with. Have a quick listen.
Language barriers to get people from A to B, restaurant recommendations if people want to go.
So there's a few things going on. They're in the same room. They're on different microphones, but one microphone is picking up the sound of the other microphone. There's background noise, that kind of stuff. So what we do is we've got a few, these things are called plugins. So basically they're different bits of software that help us with making it sound good. We've got a compressor on Abby's voice that gives it a bit more punch. We've got a graphic equalizer here.
A to B, restaurant
that gives a bit of more bass to Abby's voice and takes out a bit of the high-end stuff. And then we've got a thing called clarity, which basically helps us get rid of background noise. So we switch that clarity on, and we go on to Jerry's track and also switch Jerry's clarity on.
Restaurant recommendations if people want to go out.
It's better. We've got rid of some of the background noise, a little bit of the echo. We sometimes have trains in this environment that we have to deal with. But it's still not quite right. So sometimes what we can do is we can actually cut out one microphone while the other person's speaking. So this is Abby's microphone up here. This is Jerry's microphone down here. So this is how they sound when they're both switched on.
Barriers to get people from A to B.
And then what we do is we can get rid of the recording on the second microphone while Abby's speaking.
Barriers to get people from A to B. Restaurant recommendations if
so you can hear it's much clearer. So this is how it sounds with both microphones on.
Stations if people want to go out on their free time.
And then, this is how it sounds with just Abby's microphone on.
Restaurant recommendations if people want to go out on their free time.
Sounds better, doesn't it? You also hear there Jerry has said yes in the background.
Restaurant recommendations if people want to go out on their free time.
We don't want to lose that because that sounds a bit weird. So this is, I can see here, this is where Jerry says yes. So we'll just split that track. Move that to there. And then with this one here, we'll zoom in a bit so we can see a bit better what we're doing. This is where Jerry says yes. This is the word yes here.
Want to go out on their free time.
That sounds a bit better. And then Jerry then starts his bit of the conversation here.
Stations if people want to go out on their free time.
Yes, and obviously we got the...
And again, if Abby's microphone was on while Jerry was talking, this is how that would sound.
Yes, and obviously we got the...
So if we turn that microphone off, so we're just turning each microphone off one at a time, basically, while the other one's talking.
Their free time.
Yes, and obviously we got...
And then we've done a little bit of trickery here. So behind the scenes, secret, don't tell anyone I've shown you this, but this bit here.
And then...
and I'm guessing as well as a...
Abby said something later on. We cut out a little bit of the audio from Jerry's bit here. So Abby said something a bit later on, and what we did was we moved that bit to here, and there was a lovely pause there, which meant that it sounded a little bit like Abby almost stepped on Jerry's speech.
They really come into their own then.
And I'm guessing as well as a...
She didn't. That didn't happen then. But when you edit those two things together, that sounds like natural conversation, doesn't it?
They really come into their own then.
And I'm guessing as well as a tour manager, like you say.
So there you go, behind the scenes, production day. Those are just two of the tracks. If I, you can hear my computer kicking in the background now because it's all starting to get a little bit heavy on the production side. There's lots going on. Here's all the sound effects and all that kind of stuff. So that is this week's upcoming episode of Passepartout, People and Places, and a little bit behind the scenes. Thought you might like it. If you did, tell your friends, and also make sure you listen to the brand new episode. A bit shouty then, didn't I? Listen to the brand new episode that's coming out on Monday. Have a great day. See you later.